I love you down for real, for real. And I be ignoring every time you try to speak up against me or about my kid. The last time you spoke up against me, it was like, yeah, show us something. Show him holding a bottle up or something. And then shortly after, your son gets stabbed the fuck up. It doesn't feel good, does it?
I'm pretty sure because you're a felon, you can't get things in your name. Okay? All right? I know that you're a convicted felon. You probably can't get stuff in your name, but I help you. All right? I want you to get your own place with you and your baby. You chill out for a minute. I don't know if that boy wanted you to sit down and be a stay-at-home mom for a minute and, so you can start progressing or what. But they say you making a good bag over there on Snapchat, or whatever it is. You should be able to chill out and just focus. Because we don't want you to go back to jail. All right?
Y'all, Tia Kim just lashed out at Conrock big time and finally called CPS on her, stating that she was an unfit mother. Con has been all kinds of wrong lately, but she took it up a notch when she came for Annie Tia and insulted her son for getting stabbed.
See, Chrisean, a hard head will make a soft ass. I was just waiting for Auntie Tia to come. And she came. Like she said what she said.
Croc might claim to be hood and crazy, but everyone knows Tia Kim is the original hood queen. Croc really got the right one, or the wrong one depending on how you look at it, to play with. But at least now CPS is knocking on her door. Maybe now Cashan will finally put her big girl pants on and take some accountability, because she's been a hot mess for some time now.
Chrisean, is you cool? You need to learn how to insult better, because how the fuck you gonna ask Tia, oh, it don't feel right, huh? You mentioning and being concerned about my son hitting milestones, and then your son gets stabbed. That don't feel right, huh? Well, she wouldn't fucking know. She didn't put her baby health in danger. Another person did. You put your baby health in danger. Like, what? Like, deflection much? You make no sense, honey. And it's because you a manipulator. And not only you a manipulator, you're a manipulator the way Blueface manipulate your ass. You think that you can come with all the mindfuck games that he do to you to the masses, and people supposed to fall for that because your dumb ass fall for his. And another reason why you are now currently getting on everyone's nerves is because, for one, you ran out that sympathy juice that you was getting 2-3 years.
No one knows when Kristen is going to realize that all the stuff that used to work back in the day doesn't work anymore. And it's crazy that after so many years in the spotlight, she still doesn't have her house in order. In fact, Kristen doesn't even have a house to call her own. Not too long ago, she went online crying and seeking sympathy, telling her fans how Blueface left her and Junior practically homeless after kicking her out when he came home from prison. Now, we know these two have always had a relationship filled with chaos and confusion. But it seemed strange that Blueface would just kick her out like that, especially after he publicly claimed Junior as his own. Then Blueface came out with his own receipts, showing exactly why he decided to cut her off. He posted a video of the condition his house was in after just a few days of Kristen staying there. Persuasion even said that Kristen didn't know how to clean up after herself. But y'all, seeing that video was something else. Kristen still had the audacity to say she wasn't the only one who made a mess of the place. Normally, people might overlook this kind of thing and chalk it up to typical behavior from Kristen. But this time, folks are tired of her always blaming others instead of acting like a responsible adult, especially since her behavior is starting to affect those closest to her, particularly her young son, Junior. Lately, Kristen has been showing up everywhere with her son, likely because her parenting has been called into question. She's been taking him to church and keeps him close during live streams or on Snapchat. She even brought him along to a hair appointment, still holding him on her hip, like always. At this point, there's no denying that Junior seems to have some form of disability, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what's upsetting people is the fact that Kristen has been taking him everywhere except to physical therapy or a medical professional. Some of her fans still defend her, saying maybe she is taking him to the doctor and just not posting about it. But let's be real, she had everyone along for the ride when she gave birth and kept showing him off until the backlash became too much. She took him offline for a while, but now she's back showing him and defending herself, claiming that her son can walk and talk. He just happens not to be doing either in the videos she posts.
My son walking, my son talking, my son eat. Just because I don't display that internet, I don't give a fuck about proving anything to y'all, bro. Right.
And then you got on the live stream where you in the bathroom talking about something. My son can walk, my son can talk, my son can eat. Girl, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know if you're just delusional or you are just that. It's like lying just comes to you that naturally. Your son can't hold his head up. That child is not fucking walking. I don't care what you say. Oh, I just don't show that just because I don't display it. You don't display it because it's not happening, girl. Like, I'm so sorry. You act like the rest of us don't have children and don't know what child development looks like. Girl, that baby can't hold his own fucking head up. There's no way that child is...
Not only is she refusing to give her son the help he needs, but she reportedly ignores him just to argue with Blueface. Things got so intense that Twitch officially banned her from the platform after her son was left inside a car for hours and had to be rescued by employees.
I should call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You're busy right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
After seeing this, it's hard to defend her and say she just doesn't know any better because even on the call, Blueface kept telling her to hang up and go pick up Junior. She kept saying she wasn't busy doing anything and could continue with the call. Also, for Twitch to have more of a moral code than her says a whole lot. That's when Kemp stepped in to give her some advice because it looked like no one around her was being honest and telling her the truth. Tia, who is also a baby mama to a rapper, knows a thing or two about having kids with someone who has clout. She straight up told her, stop acting like everything is okay, fully take your son off the internet and look after him.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this nicely. Chrisean need to go sit down somewhere, and she need to get this baby some help. She need to get herself some help. She need to stop engaging with all this internet shit and beef and all this shit and keep back and forth with that boy lying and playing on y'all mind. Because she ain't never played on mine. I don't pay her no attention. I already know she fucked up in the head. But it's making me mad that this baby can't run, get down and walk. And I'm looking at him right here. It's clear that things are wrong with him. So why she ain't taking this baby, I don't get this. But we don't know what she doing behind closed doors.
Kemp told no lies. She basically said the same thing that everyone else has been saying for months and gently encouraged her to put her son's needs first because he's all she is right now. But Khan didn't see it as Yendi giving her some friendly advice. She started talking all kinds of stuff about Tia needing to take care of her own home, especially after her son got stabbed. She also said that since Tia would expect people to pray for her and her son during this difficult time, then she had no right saying what she said.
I love you down for real, for real. And I be ignoring every time you try to speak up against me or about my kid. The last time you spoke up against me was like, show us something. Show him holding a bottle up or something. And then shortly after, your son gets stabbed the fuck up. It doesn't feel good, does it? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. If you got a kid, right? Okay. Don't stop passing judgment. I love you down. You funny. But come on now, stop speaking on me. For real. Stop speaking on me. Go back to clapping those saggy ass asses. That saggy ass ass.
Homegirl was out of line the minute she opened her mouth because I really don't think what Tia said was wrong or out of place. Even Blueface's mom stepped in and called her out for talking about Tia like that since it looked like the advice came from a good place. So,
I think that what she said from an auntie's perspective, because what we have to remember is that it's a public situation. So when you make a situation public, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I thought that was an auntie giving a niece advice, and per usual, there was nothing but hatred spewed as a response. That could have went many different ways, but to say that's why somebody's son got stabbed up because they was talking about your son.
First, Tia was just going to let what she said slide. But the thing is, Crowan was grasping at straws and trying to compare apples to oranges. Tia didn't do anything to put her son's health at risk, and what happened was caused by someone else. But Crowan definitely had a hand in what's going on with Junior. And we can understand why Crowan would feel that way about what Tia said and be defensive. But when she came with that energy, she was really looking for Tia to crash out on her.
Chill out and just focus. We don't want you to go back to jail. All right? Okay? We don't want you to go back to jail. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody could tell me to stop talking about a motherfucking thing I see in the media. Okay? I done forgot I was on TikTok. Now I'm cussing you out. I don't give a fuck. If I see something on the blogs and I come across it and I see something and I want to say something, I'm going to comment and I'm going to fucking say something. I don't give a damn who don't fucking...
And baby, that's exactly what Tia did, because word on the street is that she called CPS on Crowan, claiming that she was allegedly an unfit mother. Y'all, this wasn't one of those times Crowan could get fans to side with her, because everyone is starting to call her out big time. I wish they'd stop pushing Chrisean Rock onto the public. I was really hoping not to see her anymore. And the fact that she keeps saying Blueface never showed any care or concern for Crowan Jr. takes a lot of nerve. She needs to be an advocate for what not to do while pregnant. Cash Rock is the real, actual proof that some people don't need the responsibility of kids. Chrisean Rock is proof the system doesn't work. She's done all these wild things around, and even with her baby present. CPS hasn't even done a wellness check just because she's a woman, and they'll probably wait and see if she completely crashes out. So, what do you think? Was Tia Kent right for what she said, or did she go too far by calling CPS? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to stay tuned for the next update. But in another Instagram post, she admitted the only reason she kept the pregnancy was that she felt too far along to get rid of it. She wrote, "Chase, I'm 20 weeks already, but when I see the face of what's growing inside of me, I had to pray the fear away of being a mommy. It's super overwhelming because this pregnancy was planned, but now we don't see a future with me anymore." She continued, "We both done things to each other that we lost trust, so I was left with the option of termination. I was surprised I'm that far along, that it's no turning back from being a mommy. But y'all, it gets even nastier and crazier from here, which brings up the speculation that she had a baby to trap Blueface. And now that he is no longer in a relationship with her and he's in jail, she sees no reason to take care of the baby. That theory might actually hold weight, because a couple of years ago she broke down and revealed that Blueface had forced her to get rid of some pregnancies, only for him to go ahead and have babies with Jaden. What hurt? Let me tell you what hurt. Instagram. When you told me to get rid of the babies and then had a baby with her. That's what really hurt, Instagram. Are you listening? Fans are saying she knew she was losing Blueface to Jaden, which is why she decided to get pregnant on purpose. But now, those same fans believe that this is the real reason she constantly endangers Junior, because she doesn't need him to get with Blueface anymore. That made fans extra mad, and many are saying CPS should have stepped in from day one, from the moment he popped out the womb. But it gets worse. After the video of her locking him in a car went viral, even celebrities started speaking up, asking CPS to intervene. For example, Money Slaughter said, "The baby doesn't even have a pediatrician. And I know that for a fact. He hasn't been seen by one in almost a year. There's no father on the birth certificate. He was born in a birthing center, not a hospital. It was up to her to take him to the pediatrician before 12 weeks, and she didn't. Not until Blue bled her online about his hernia. He has Kurtak, likely a mispronunciation or misspelling, possibly cradle cap, or a specific medical issue, and she still won't take him to a physician because she knows CPS will take him. Y'all, this explains why it took CPS this long to finally step in. You know that doctors, especially pediatricians, are mandatory reporters, and they can smell neglect from a mile away. It's wild that she hasn't taken the child to the hospital, and it makes things even more concerning. Everybody knows that kids, especially babies, are always in and out of the hospital, whether for regular checkups or emergency visits to make sure they're hitting milestones. What happens when the baby gets sick? Babies are always picking up germs, and if he hasn't been seen by a doctor in almost a year, I don't even want to imagine what could be wrong. We're not even going to get into her not taking the baby to a pediatrician for the first 3 months, because that's a whole other mess. And it seems like Money's comment is what finally drew CPS's attention. Less than a day after her post went viral, CPS was at Chrisean's door. However, fans are currently split about the CPS decision to take Junior away. For one, we know he is likely a special needs child. He's almost 2 and can't walk or hold his head up, and there are even rumors that he might be blind. So putting a baby like that in foster care is tricky, especially when his parents are known for being two of the most chaotic people on earth. Some fans think the baby should have been left with family, but reports say nobody really wanted to take him. Usually, in cases like this, CPS tries to place the child with a close relative, but neither Chrisean nor Blueface's family wanted to step up. And that's not surprising. Y'all know Chrisean and her sister Deseki aren't exactly on good terms. And when it comes to Blueface's parents, well, let's just say they're not likely to help either. Remember last year when Chrisean got arrested in court and the baby was with her? Blueface's mom and dad were both at the court, but they were fighting because neither one of them wanted to take the baby. So y'all see why CPS had to take the baby into custody. Nobody seems to want him. His dad is in prison and his mom neglects him. It's just a really sad situation all around. As for Chrisean, well, she needs to get a lawyer on speed dial because CPS is not here to play. But what do you think? Do you think Chrisean really deserves to lose her baby over this? Or is CPS doing too much just because she's black and a young mother? Or do you think Chrisean needs to be under the jail? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and then check out this next video.